Rodrigo 91.
My name is Rodrigo Aguirre de Cárcer, and I am Director of Social Impact and Civic Engagement for Beka Finance. Beka Finance has been involved in social impact since its origins, in different ways according to the years. Since the beginning, where approximately 3 NGOs were launched in the first few years, to recently where our social impact has developed more along the lines of social impact investing and environmental impact investing. Beka Finance has also been a part of some of the major associations in Europe and within the world within the social impact arena, namely a signatory of the United Nations Principles for Responsible Investment, one of the active members of European Venture Philanthropy Association, and one of the members that sponsored the association's annual event in Madrid a few years back, and also an active member in SpainCiv, which is the Spanish branch of EuroCiv. We have ingrained social impact within our DNA to a point where all of our investments are measured along with not only financial metrics but also social and environmental metrics. At Beka Finance, we firmly believe that social impact and financial results can really come hand in hand, and in fact can potentiate each other. We believe that measuring social and environmental impact is absolutely essential for our vision to materialize. This is an art that is still not extremely established as a standard worldwide. We have developed our own methodology for the last 8 years, and this is our proprietary way of measuring impact. But there are certain standards that I think are shared across the board. One of the main things that must be taken into account is the actual development of the metrics, which is something that we do together with the entrepreneurs when we are determining the possibility of investment for their company. These metrics can be more shallow or deeper. Obviously, we try to make them as deep as possible. On the shallow end, you could be measuring, for example, just the output of a company, which is the products and services that that company offers. Or we could measure impact, which is much deeper and which takes into account not only the short-term but also the long-term effects of this activity that the company develops. Apart from measuring or creating these metrics and measuring them, it's extremely important that we have an objective way of following up with the progress of these metrics, which is something that we incentivize entrepreneurs to do together with us so that they can grow their social impact while we have our investment vested within them. Finally, an essential aspect is communication. We must communicate in a very transparent and precise way the social impact that we are creating with our investments. This is important for our investors and other stakeholders that are counting on us to deploy their capital in the most efficient way possible. We currently channel our social impact investments through Quanimen, which is a 60 million euro fund that invests in social impact and fintech. In addition, following the economic damage created by the COVID-19 pandemic, we are developing a new project which is still under development, but if materialized, could prove to be another pioneering project within Spain and continental Europe. Finally, sometimes at Beka Finance we create direct investments that can also be social in scope. Regardless of the vehicle that is used, we are always trying to prove the same point. We will continue to prove that social impact is correlated to financial success in the mid and long term, and when you invest in social impact, you can really achieve truly a double bottom line. By investing in social impact, investors are able to achieve not only the financial returns that they deserve, but also the personal satisfaction of contributing with their capital to improving the world and making it a better place. I've been working at Beka Finance for almost 7 years, after having worked for some of the most prestigious and selective companies in the world. I've never found a culture like that of Beka Finance. This is truly a family. It's so close-knit that it truly escapes what I've been able to experiment in the corporate world in the past. The feeling is to be inside a small family where everyone takes care of each other, both on a personal and a professional level. A place where meritocracy and professional ambitions are taken into account very seriously, as well as work-life balance and other aspects of personal lives. The family is really growing right now, very fast actually, and I don't even know everyone anymore. This not only brings great opportunities in terms of professional development, but what I'm very satisfied in feeling is that the main tenets of the culture of Beka Finance are still very much alive. An entrepreneurial spirit, a family-oriented environment, and meritocracy in all of its levels.